From a citizen security and justice perspective, we need to improve our understanding of the patterns and drivers of violence against women and minorities.
Women across the board are still much less likely to enroll in STEM majors and high return programs at more prestigious universities than men. We need to generate more research to better understand the cultural and institutional barriers that influence young women's choices.
What disparities do migrant women face in Latin America and the Caribbean? And how do migrant women positively contribute to our economies?
As technology takes on relevance, it is necessary to study policies that prevent the transmission of biases to the algorithms used to allocate resources.
Creo que este nuevo mundo de datos masivos y herramientas tecnológicas nos abre una serie de oportunidades muy interesantes. Entender bien cómo podemos traducir este acceso a nuevas tecnologías en una reducción de brechas es una tarea y un desafío que ya no es del futuro, sino que es del presente.
Creo que nos falta mucho por aprender sobre las barreras al acceso de los servicios sociales por el lado de la demanda. Arreglar los factores de la oferta no resuelve el problema.
From the point of view of the labor markets agenda, we need to understand better what are the barriers that vulnerable groups face across Latin America and the Caribbean.
I believe there's a unique opportunity to create knowledge around the impacts of new financial instruments such as social bonds and blended finance, and how they can facilitate access to markets and to credit for SMEs and populations in general, with a gender and diversity focus.
Looking at the IDB's knowledge agenda, one suggestion would be to further develop the group's capacity to disaggregate that data by sex, by ethnicity, and by race.
¿Cómo incluir verdaderamente a los afrodescendientes dentro de la región? Más de un cuarto de la población de América Latina y el Caribe somos afrodescendientes y estamos muy invisibilizados tanto en la economía, pero en puestos de liderazgo.
Una intervenciones o intervenciones que actúen sobre esas normas sociales y esas normas culturales, tanto con los hombres como con las mujeres, sería fundamental para poder potenciar todo el talento que tienen las mujeres y todo lo que tenemos para aportar.
What role can disruptive technologies play to reduce gender gaps? Are diverse companies rewarded with higher market valuations in Latin America? And if not, why not?
We still need to learn why women entrepreneurs have less access to credit and why credit conditions are different for men than women with similar characteristics.
We know that climate change will disproportionately affect women, indigenous peoples, Afro-descendants, and people with disabilities. This is why we need more research on the effectiveness of programs that seek to help these vulnerable groups become more resilient to climate change.
El primero tiene que ver com a questão da violência doméstica. Isto temos que profundizar para entender melhor quais são suas origens, suas causas. O segundo tema, que é muito importante, é a questão do gap, da brecha de educação. O terceiro ponto muito importante é toda a questão de crédito a empreendedoras.
One topic that I think deserves better attention is the analysis of the effectiveness of policies that are often implemented by governments to increase the labor market inclusion of disadvantaged groups. For example, quotas for minorities in the public sector.
From the education sector, I think we need to better understand how to provide quality and inclusive educational opportunities to the most vulnerable populations in the region.
We need to go deeper, understand the root causes, and identify those barriers that we can bring down, be it with affirmative action, regulations, nudges, transfers, or any other policy.
I'm confident that there is a lot of people in the Inter-American Development Bank and a lot of people that you work with that knows a lot about these topics, so get to them, get their knowledge.
The AFD welcomes and thanks the IDB for this important initiative, which will allow Latin America to advance an agenda of respect and equality.
Diseñar política pública basada en la evidencia nos permite iterar, corregir, calibrar y volver a extender y aprender implementando.